Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. I'm MaryAnne and welcome to my Love Sun Sign series where I pick two sun signs and I speak about the sun signs individually, and then I also definitely talk about your tarot and oracle divination guidance messages that come through for today. Today's August 6, 2020. So it's definitely for today, but then the energies move forward and onward through the month. So today's two sun signs are Capricorn and Taurus. My beautiful dice just randomly picked them, and I'm going to do that like I was saying for those that are coming back. I love and appreciate you. And for the newcomers, I'm going to do the first 12 days because there's 12 astrology signs, randomly picking the combination in love connections. And then around midday, with like 12th to the 15th or so, give or take, of August, I'm going to be doing individual readings for all of the different elements. I'll do all of the air element readings, earth, fire, and water. And then I will continue after that for the latter part of the month for the love connections again. So I like to once again do randoms, but I have been having my viewers ask me specifically for their connection, and that's the first thing I'll do always. So if you have one in mind, please feel free to leave a comment. Definitely subscribe if you like what you see and you're resonating with this. I'm gung-ho about this channel. I started last October, and this is what I plan on doing solely. I've done it for years, but not on this platform. So, we have to reach certain goals, and your support would be extremely appreciated, and yeah, I'm extremely grateful for it. So let us talk about Capricorn and Taurus. I love it. I mean, you're both the element of earth. So anytime I have found, now mind you, I'm going to make it very clear, I say this a lot. This is strictly the sun sign. And I say that because it's important. It represents the sun illuminating us. It's the month we're born. It's celebrating our birthday and our solar return every year. It is what everybody globally feels during that time. I mean, we get that energy and resonance that comes off. So our moods and our energies change depending on which, sign we're dealing with. And also the fact that it is, our ego and what we like, what we choose to do, how we want to be seen. It's personality traits. That's like the sun, the horoscopes you read about. They usually do it under the sun signs, and it is important, and it makes sense. When you study astrology, there's so many layers, but it is 1/12 of you. So that's what I'm reading now, and I don't know where I'll go or evolve, but I could definitely do sun, moon, rising, and so forth. Just evolving with the viewers and see what they like. Anyway, so Capricorn, we'll start with Capricorn. And it'll be easier today because they're both earth signs. So there's always going to be a resonance and a familiarity and a common ground interest when it's the two same elements, in friendships, whatever the level of love connection this is, it's easier. People like easy, right? I like people that remind me of me in some ways. There's that ease that comes about having similar interests, maybe morals, all sorts of variables there. Because you get it, you just instinctively understand each other because you're both earth element. And so the earth element, and Capricorn in particular, well, this has been Capricorn's benevolent year because Jupiter entered into Capricorn the latter part of last year in December, and it stays there for, might have been the latter part of November actually. Don't remember now, but it's usually 12 to 13 months. It comes every 12 years in each sign. So think about it. You've got 12 years, and let's just say you live to your 80s. That means this happens for you only 8 times in a lifetime. And during those times, you can have the most incredible, life-transforming, lucky, opportunistic, magical love, everything you can imagine, like this beautiful sprinkling of that dust over your sign that year. And anything that tends to develop or, come from that year can then continue on for the next 12 years or further. And that's what's happened for Capricorn. So yes, it's been an unusual year. However, I believe as strongly as I'm sitting here that a lot of Capricorns have actually excelled in this year. And I'll go a little further to explain why. Capricorns are incredibly capable. I mean, they are incredibly determined. They are so hardworking. They represent the goat. The goat is in the animal itself. They are sure-footed and they will climb the highest mountains without even thinking about it. They have a determination. It's not going to end until they reach that mountain and come down the other side. So any mountain is not a problem for Capricorns in real life. They will push through that mountain. They will be steadfast, like I said. That's one of the main, I think, words that would be very appropriate to associate with the Capricorn. They love money. They love stability. They love security. They will work and work and work towards that security. They have this natural ability to understand the importance of money. They know how to manage it. They will not stop until it is achieved. They will be hardworking and sometimes borderline workaholics for that determination about that security. That's how much it means to them. And a lot of times I'll say that Capricorns in particular are willing to sometimes put their work before their relationships. You know, if this is known from the get-go, it's a very important thing and it's helpful. A lot of people are okay with that, especially when they see the beautiful things that come from this money, right? And, you know, Capricorns love notoriety. They love being in charge. They love the attention, you know, though they're quite laid back and they don't need to be center stage. What they do and what they create has to be important in their mind. They need to be recognized in that regard. So a lot of times they'll be the ones that are more subtle and soft-spoken or to themselves, okay? You know, at a party, they're not going to be the life of the party necessarily. However, I've known a lot of Capricorns that are amazing actors and, you know, they just are very capable of, once again, their field because they work extremely hard at whatever they do and they usually become extremely good at it. But acting, you know, is a job. So a lot of times the Capricorns, I mean, it's general, I realize that, but let's just, for an example, the Capricorn actor could be one of the main leading stars, right? And they do an amazing job, but then they go home and they don't need to have paparazzi. They don't care about that kind of attention. It is their job, and then they want to go home and retrieve and kind of just enjoy their beautiful property that they've worked so hard with and the foundation they've built. So that is an absolute with most Capricorns I've known. They are an incredibly loyal friend. If you need something and you are a friend of a Capricorn, they will come through for you. And they can help you with a lot of things as far as finances and understanding, you know, the management of it, or time management is incredibly important and very well known with Capricorns, you know, and just how their patience is kind of unbelievable. So then you have the Taurus, okay? So there's the once again, the Earth. Taurus, and by the way, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is our taskmaster, you know. Saturn has to enter into our lives to give us structure, to give us discipline, kind of restricting things so we don't go crazy, you know, which a lot of us can do when it comes to money or something, or spending willy-nilly. That's an expression I don't usually use. Well, so being born under that planet itself just gives you another reason to understand why there's this incredible determination and you know, discipline with the Capricorn, because that's always an energy going and working with them. And I do say with them because I think Saturn in the end really is wanting to help us. You know, it usually enters into each planet separately for a good 2.5 years. And it's been in Capricorn and went into Aquarius for a little bit earlier in the year. It's gone back into Capricorn. They're all retrograde right now. Jupiter, Capricorn, and Pluto, all in Capricorn. Saturn and Pluto, all still retrograding in Capricorn till the latter part of the year when it then turns into Aquarius. But it's all about Capricorn. So Taurus is another earth sign, and Taurus is the bull. So whereas Capricorn is what they call a cardinal sign. They start a season. Each cardinal sign starts a season, and Capricorn starts the winter. So once again, there's that kind of sense of sparseness, right? Just the bare bones that they can work with, and they do, and they're diligent because they're that earth quality, and they understand nature, and they understand the cycles, and they're rooted to the natural aspects of life. They get the rhythms. They're the patience and all. And same with Taurus. Taurus is the same way in a lot of ways. They have so many similarities, but different. Taurus is a fixed sign. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Taurus absolutely loves money, property, luxury, beauty. All the senses are important. Very intuitive in a lot of ways. But both, once again, very interested in money, very interested in security, will work extremely hard and continuously and devoted, to that particular job. And they're not really wanting to change quickly on both sides, either Capricorn or Taurus. I would say more maybe with Capricorn, but not necessarily. I think even more so Virgo, because they're immutable, whereas Capricorn is the cardinal. They're just active. They like to keep active and busy. They initiate. They're the beginning of the season. They start things. It's new. That fresh kind of retransforming and sort of energy. But the Taurus is probably the most slow when it comes to changes. Not that they don't change. They just aren't really keen on it. And it's going to take a lot to get them to change until they do. But they are fixed signs, so that enters into the situation as well. But they love, like I said, the money. They are actually the sign of property and commerce and earth and soil. They just, they love taking care of their loved ones. They are dedicated as can be on both sides. Taurus is usually very capable of speaking. They rule the throat. That's the part of the body that rules Taurus. And I believe it was, I want to say legs with, legs, almost, I want to say ankles as well. Could be wrong about that. That might be Virgo. But the legs, the goat, wanting to move, wanting to continue to push forward and be strong in doing so. The mountains, as I mentioned. So yeah, might be Achilles' heel. I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth. But either way, they both get it. They're both not in a rush to try to leave the situation, leave their friends, leave a connection, a love connection, because they're determined to work things through. And they have the same love language. And believe me, even though they may be what appears to be kind of laid back and passive, and they are a lot of times, Tauruses can be more outspoken. They can definitely be amazing speakers and actors and capable of speeches and speaking in large groups and, vocalizing. They're very good, DJs, that sort of thing, radio, podcasts, blogs, and YouTube, because they have that resonance and people listen to them. Deep, beautiful voices a lot of times, or singing voices. But no, the two of them, it's just this really beautiful things. They can be stubborn with each other and making decisions. Maybe they have to be in a situation of, do I want to be right or do I want to be loved? So, they work it out. But no, they're going to be true blue to each other. They're going to be willing to work through anything and everything for the people they love. And I just love that. I love the thought of it. I've seen it in my lifetime with earth signs in general in the relationship, if not both were the earth signs. They're the ones I've seen in the longest of marriages and friendships, because they're stubborn. They're like, no, we're not giving up like that. We're going to work through this. Who doesn't want that on your supporting you and on your team? So yeah, there's a lot of common interest, interest in nature, interest in camping, getting outside. They love their gardens, they love cooking. The senses come in again, and the pleasures that life can bring. And so I like it a lot. I like this combination a lot. And I'm going to then continue on now with your specific reading energies that are coming through. And I'll talk a little bit more just because we are in Leo season. And that started on the 22nd of July. But I'm going to leave this here for a second. But what I love is just the fact that Leo's about energy. Its ruler is the sun. So here I'm talking about the sun sign because that's our sun, that's our vibrance and our energy and our ego. And then we've got Leo season, which is fire and let's make it happen. Let's have some fun. Let's socialize. Let's get out there and watch, listen. Let's be extravagant. Even earth signs like to be extravagant. There are times you gotta let it go. You gotta go on that vacation, even if it's nearby your home, whatever it is right now. That's the energy that's coming through, and it's so vital and so important and fun, and not forgetting about fun, which both are capable of having. You just got to convince the Capricorn, come on, man, we can do that work when you get home. It'll be there. Trust me. Don't let them take it with you, though, please. Tell them enough is enough in a very loving way. But yeah, no, it's a beautiful energy. And then to top that off, we have Mars in Aries, which has been in Aries also since the latter part of June. So it's been there a while, but it's going to be there 6 months. It's almost retrograde. We're starting the shadow period. It retrogrades in September. That's going to wane the energy, specifically in fire signs, but we're talking about the earth signs, and everyone else will feel the effects of the Aries fire ruled by Mars, aggression, kind of hot-headed, impulsive kind of energy. But vitality as well, kind of really slowing down. And that's when everything becomes internal as opposed to external, but not 100%. We're going to notice people kind of flying off the handle. We've noticed protests. All the things that are actually happening in real time have been known and seen in astrology, beforehand. We don't know exactly how it plays out, but it's all very, very synchronistic and very intriguing. And I love the whole aspect of all the mystical things of life, because they're very much alive and very much there. But yeah, so we've got that energy that's happening. And it's about time. We've been going through what we have for months now, and things have started to open up, and we still have concerns and questions, but I think we're more established and more accepting at this point, as much as we can be. We haven't had a choice, but we also are. And I also feel strongly the two of you have probably been working this whole time. Not everyone, of course, but in some capacity, I feel like you have, whether it's distant or furlough home. Yeah, so it's time to take that break with each other and really enjoy and build your relationships. You've been through some hard times. A lot of relationships had. We had Venus in retrograde. We had a major retrograde season. And it affected all of us, and certainly our love. We had to reconsider, reevaluate, revisit, reestablish, rebuild. All of those factors are coming in, and we had a lot of emotional time with Cancer season, which was just last month. And the eclipses, it just goes on and on. What a year for transformation for all of us. And coming out the other side it just builds us up so much as people and our characters and in our love and our lives. And so now we have the Venus moving into Cancer tomorrow, the 7th. And that's going to open up our hearts even more. It's going to bring some tenderness and some special, beautiful intimacy, especially with the Leo, passionate Aries kind of thing going on. Hope you're enjoying that thoroughly. And, it's part of life, right? It's got to happen. This is the time. Let me know if that's somewhat accurate, because I've been hearing it is, and I'm feeling it. It's just this beautiful, beautiful energy that we need. So let's go down to your reading. I like to do the foundation, which is basically what's led up to this point and kind of what you've been feeling and your catalyst, if you will. And you have the Knight of Coins or Pentacles. So there you are, the Earth. So you're in your energy. You've been handling things very well. You're, like I said, grounded anyway. So you tend to just take it in stride a little more. You might get frustrated like we all do, but financially and your stability in your life on all areas seem to be doing well and will continue to with the message that comes with the Knights. Pages being more new or, youthful energy, beginnings. Something that's not as mature, basically. But the Knights, they bring information about whatever that is at hand. So when it comes to the coins or the pentacles, it's about your finances and your stability and all the things that mean a great deal to you. So there's even more information coming through. And I pray that that's positive. I'm hearing there's stuff being negotiated. That's as far as I'll go with that. Still pending, but that will be known, and it will be known probably by the latter part of this month and going into September for sure. Positive though. You've got this together. If anything, you're helping other people as far as I'm concerned. That's what I'm feeling right now. My intuition immediately says that because that's what you do so very well. And I've known many earth signs that are involved in finances and help people immensely. So thank you for that. Now, the other categories will go along here. The first one being the basic overall energy for today and moving forward. And you have the King of Swords. So that's the element of air. And when it's a king, it's the maturity, it's the conversations, it's the truth, it's justice, fairness, balance, it's institutions, it's law, it is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energies. So you may know someone in your circle of friends that's helping you. You may be hearing information that's very pertinent to you on some level, possibly your finances again. Maybe just, maybe somebody legally that wants to marry you and you put it off, and a lot of people have, but things are opening up. You're making decisions to make it concrete. Perhaps, it's some legal aspect of it. And that could be, a preacher and what have you. But yeah, that's a positive. Good. It's a kind and straightforward energy. It's about thoughts and words and ability to communicate whenever it comes with the air element. So I like that a lot. It just it feels strong. It feels, like there's truth involved. There's not so much contradiction. It's straightforward, cutting out all the BS that we can listen to and have been listening to, and all the confusion. Straightforward information has been the key and will be this month, which I think is important because I know the two of you are definitely about truth, and I appreciate you for that as well. So the next category is under the category of possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the Seven of Wands. So there we go with the fire energy. This is defending your cause, being incredibly successful, standing at the top of the hill. You've gone through the difficulties. You've worked really hard. You see all the efforts that are put there with all the wands. And you persevered. There's the mountain again. There's the reference of the goats or the bulls, just charging, man. No, I'm not going to be stopped. And the stubbornness that's there, well, I like that kind of stubbornness, that determination. You don't meet that often. And they're the people that actually become the successful ones in life. Yes, they don't give up. They're not giving up until they reach their goal. That's what this represents. But you've got that fire in there, and that's the energies that I'm telling you about that are very prevalent right now. That's going to kind of give you that extra surge that you need. Moving towards your dreams, your goals, and getting help from others. Victorious, beautiful, successful. This is the 8th month, which is 8 is the absolute most abundant, prosperous manifestation number there is in numerology. From 1 to 9. Here we are. Here you are. This is 7, but we're in the 8th month, so it's just a matter of time. And then when it comes to love, the next category, you have the I'm so sorry. Right now, I'm just completely drawing a blank. Isn't that so strange? Well, I'm going to show you the picture and let the Spirit come in, but it's a major arcana. It's generally ruled by Virgo, the Hermit. Thank you. This has been coming up a lot in different positions, but definitely in the love position. Because the Hermit represents your highest power, your highest capability of understanding you're being guided, you're being led on the exact path that you need to be on, if you choose to use that wording. You are your most trustworthy and highest divine inspiration. You recognize your intuitiveness, your strengths, your spirituality comes into play. Even when we don't think we are, this is saying otherwise. It is, once again, your determination. You've got definitely intervention from Source. You've got the light that shows the way, which is spirit and soul and ambition and drive. It also represents, retreat, relaxation, time to stop, time to enjoy, time to really sort through what you may need to. You may be going through a time where you have some real deep decisions that you want to make about your love. And you've waited a long time and you think, hey, I don't know what's happening in the next minute, let alone the next day or the next year or what have you. Let's just make this happen. Let's make it permanent now. Virgo's about the details, but definitely the earth element, it's about permanence, cementing something, and it has to do with love. So you know what that is. This is a beautiful energy between the two of you. You know what I'm speaking of. The passion is deep there. It's it may not be on the surface, but trust me, you're both extremely passionate, and that's helpful too. Let's be real. I mean, a lot of people absolutely need that in their relationships in order for that to work. And you have that. That's not an issue for the two of you. But just, listening to yourselves, listening to your soul, and letting it guide you. It will never lead you astray. And then the next category is under the category of finances, because it's huge and it is energy, just like everything. And even though I feel like that's not the top issue for most of you, I would like to say that you have the Page of Cups. So this is actually emotion. This is the water element, right? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is fulfilling your cup, fulfilling your needs financially, once again, spiritually, in love. You're emotional about your finances because you want to know that everything you work hard for will not be taken away, that you have the ability to continue to grow, continue to manifest. And this is what it's saying. This is beautiful news. This is a new kind of energy, a new beginning with finances, new job, new promotion, new, new entrepreneurial venture the two of you are working at. But it's at the beginning stages, or if it's already been thought about, which during the retrograde season was a perfect time for any kind of new ideas or job situations, getting your resumes together, doing everything, finalizing everything, because you don't want to push forward then. Well, that's opened up. So now it's time to take that idea and really run with it. But this is happy fulfillment type of energy. And that's the message you're going to get. So if you're waiting or something in the wings, or you're waiting for that final okay, it's going to come. It may be a water sign that's bringing it to you, or they have the energies of the caring and the understanding and the desire to help you and to listen, be receptive to your needs. Those are the elements that come, and the personality traits that come with water signs. Cancer. The Venus Cancer, that's so strong. So Venus is about money. It's not just about love. So there you go. There's where it ties in. Okay. Wow, I love this reading so far. If you do like it, let me know, please. That's so important because I always want to do what works for everybody. And the next category, I added these cards this month. I have a lot, but I don't have nearly as much, right? Hope to always continue to add. But this is about colors and how they represent energy and feeling, like every single chakra, you know, that part of us that creates all the different emotion and drive in us, from our root chakra for stability and our creative chakra for passion and ideas and creativity, and onward and upward, and each one representing color. And color has feeling, and it has movement and drive and energy. So let me just pull one for you because it'll demonstrate the color that's important for you this month. Might be one of your favorite colors, I don't know. Let me just see right now. Oh, well, it's my favorite color. Purple. Purple is the crown, sometimes the 6th, 7th chakra. It's all about vision, all about psychic, pulling in the information, you know, sitting in the hermit mode and just being still or meditating or walking, getting out into nature. And let us see what it has to say for you specifically, though. It's number 8, okay? So that's obviously what I said about just this beautiful manifestation that's coming forth and you are surrounding yourself with. Because we can do that. 8th chakra. All that my soul has ever been and will become rests gently in this moment. My soul-filled power is here now. Wow. That's like up here, right? I thought there were 7. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're just up in the cosmos. This is just like, you are one with all right now. You get that. And you've been getting downloads and information from the eclipses and the new moons and the full moons. And we just had one in Aquarius that's about future thinking. The power is here now. You definitely want to think about presence. You know, it's hard. A lot of times, a lot of the earth are thinking in the future, and we all do it. But being present brings out that power so much more. That's beautiful. Very synchronistic with your reading. And then I'm going into the super attractor manifestation card, because once again, the energy of what we're thinking and feeling is what we bring in. And so to be very aware of what we think, right? Thoughts are power. They really, really are. So no self-defeating thoughts, right? Keep it light and loving and optimistic whenever possible. Ooh, I like this. I love feathers. They say feathers represent, you know, the outer angelic realm a lot of times, messages, our guides. The universe powerfully, once again, power, responds the instant I realign, with love. This is your love reading. I mean, love is the most powerful thing. More than money. I love that. I like these as mantras to kind of focus on, you know, and to study or think about throughout the day. If you're feeling stress or, you know, affected by everything, who isn't? Just focus on beautiful sayings like this that are short, sweet, but so incredibly powerful to bring in beautiful energy and beautiful manifestations, you know, to the physical form. And last but not least, the angels. They're with us as well. Just call on them, ask for guidance. So I like to pull one every day, I have for so many years, and it's just an extra little message for you, specifically in your relationship. Hoping you're both doing extremely well, resonating with this. Oh, okay, so now don't get this twisted, as they say. New love. So if you've been together forever and ever, have no fear. It's not anything but positivity, because every relationship can reach new heights, new levels. I believe it said that. I mean, well, this is where you're working and you're up at the top of the game now, because you've had a lot of, you know, a lot of work and stresses that you've been carrying and burdens. But this is new love, you know, a new interest, a new commitment. All the things that we kind of like have already discussed. Just a special reminder of that. Absolutely loving yourself. Finding anything you can to be grateful for, of course, is always part of that mix. But I love this reading. I think it's beautiful, and I would love for you to let me know. And if it's not feeling this moment, please give it some time, because it's ever changing, and it's not as linear as time and as earth signs like to be. You open up that part of you, and you just kind of realize there's so much more that we can be made aware of, So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I definitely hope you enjoyed it. And most importantly, as always, in your time together and moving forward, take great care of yourself. We got this. We can be safe, and we will overcome all of this. We are every moment. It gets better and better. So thank you. And until next time, take care. Bye for now.